When you see an expression like 3x plus 4, what does it represent? How do we interpret these letters and numbers together? By the end of this video, you'll understand the meaning behind these expressions. Welcome to the pyramids of algebra. Join me as we explore each pyramid, where each stop teaches you a vital math skill. By the end of the journey, you'll be able to master with confidence any lesson in the algebra topic. Our first lesson is the introduction to algebra. In this video, I'll reveal 3 pivotal keys that have unlocked my students' understanding on this lesson. Stay tuned to uncover these secrets and see how they can benefit you too. Starting with the first key. Here you'll discover exactly what algebra is and why it is the secret skill needed to level up in mathematics. Did you know we call algebra the game changer of mathematics? We call things a game changer when they completely upgrade what was originally used. For example, cars and airplanes were a game changer to transport before we walked or rode horses. Next, bullets and gunpowder were a game changer to warfare. Before them, it was swords and arrows. What is another game changer that shapes society? Another one is phones and the internet. This was a game changer to communication. Now, if algebra was the game changer to mathematics, let's revisit the problems we could solve before algebra, and let's see the new problems that were unlocked after algebra. So before algebra, we could solve many simple problems like the following. Imagine you are hosting a party and you want to supply pizza to your guests. You buy 3 pizzas, each broken up into 8 slices. You know 6 people will be eating. How many slices will each person get? Correct, 4 slices. Now imagine a slightly different scenario. If you went to a different pizza place and you don't know what the pizza was broken up into. 8 people were coming and you wanted everyone to get 6 slices. Well, what about another scenario? If you don't know what each pizza is broken up into, and you also don't know how many people will be attending, algebra is the superpower that can answer these new problems. So this is the first definition of what algebra is. Algebra allows us to continue working in maths when you can't see the numbers. Now that's not the only benefit algebra gave us. Let's discover the second benefit with the next key. Here's the second definition. Algebra is the language used to describe patterns with any number. Let me show you how powerful this is. If I asked you 4 times 0, this equals 0. 10 times 0, this equals 0. Negative 5 times 0, this also equals 0. What pattern have we discovered? We could say any number times 0 equals 0. And we represent any number with the letter A. So we use letters in math to describe patterns that we discover. We do have specific language when we introduce letters. We call them pronumerals or variables. Variables because the number can vary and the pattern will still be the same. So why are patterns so powerful? They allow us to solve problems very easy and very quickly. Let me show you. If we had a classroom of 30 people, and if I wanted to solve the problem of calculating how many shoes, I could quickly say that there were 60 shoes in the classroom. Now, did I count every individual shoe and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 60 to get the answer? No, I took advantage of a pattern that everyone has 2 feet and simply multiplied 2 by the number of people. We can describe this with algebra and say that the number of shoes equals 2 times the people. We can use the letter S for shoes and the letter P for people. Now that you know exactly how effective algebra can be, let's learn the skills you need to know in your first lesson. Now the third key. Here you'll learn your algebra abbreviations. You have learned abbreviations before in English. For example, the The word wasn't. This is an abbreviation of two words, was and not. Algebra abbreviations are very similar. We learn abbreviations to simplify our expressions. Let me show you. First, 2 times b. Remember, multiplication can often mean of. So if b represents books, you have 2 of these books. And this is the same as saying, I have 2 books. This is the first abbreviation. We don't need to write our multiplication. The next, m divided by 4. As we continue through our maths journey, the next abbreviation, we tend not to use the division symbol and use a fraction instead. Both are the same. Next, 1 times g. Similar to the first abbreviation, if you have one lot of a number, that is the same as saying that you have just that number. So 1 times g is just g. They are the same. Next, y times y times y. Remember, letters are still numbers. We just can't see what they are. So they follow the same rules as numbers. The shortcut for multiplication of the same number is our indice rules. So this would be y to the power of 3. Next, y plus y plus y. This looks similar to the previous question. However, the difference is the operation is addition. The shortcut for addition of the same number is multiplication. So we can write this as 3 groups of y. Then abbreviate it to 3y. Finally, we can use 2 abbreviations in the next one. Firstly, we can write the expressions without multiplication. Next, since the whole expression is multiplying, we can multiply in any order using the commutative law. For algebraic expressions, we tend to write numbers first, then letters in alphabetical order. You now know all the key information on this concept. However, can you solve all exam style questions? Watch this next video to master questions easily.